Imagine stepping outside, and for a moment, you forget where you are. The walls feel farther away. The air feels softer. Bamboo rises around you, catching the light as the day slowly fades. Warm shadows stretch across the ground. Leaves brush your hands as you walk past. This doesn't feel like a fence. It feels like a quiet place meant just for you. And the most surprising part? It wasn't expensive. It wasn't complicated. It was built from simple bamboo and a few things you almost threw away. Stay with me, because these bamboo ideas don't just change how your backyard looks. They change how it feels. Welcome to Backyard Fortune. This is a small family project where forgotten materials meet calm nature, and simple backyards become quiet places of meaning. Here, we don't build gardens to impress. We build them to slow down, to breathe, and to feel at home again. In this video, I'll show you a collection of bamboo fence ideas that turn even the smallest spaces into peaceful retreats, using recycled wood, simple tools, and a little imagination. As you watch, tell us in the comments, which bamboo idea would you love to try in your own backyard? And if ideas like this speak to you, please subscribe to Backyard Fortune and share this video on WhatsApp and Facebook, so more garden lovers can find calm inspiration too. To everyone who watches, shares, and supports this channel, we sincerely wish you long life, good health, and gentle days ahead. One, glowing bamboo sanctuary fence. Imagine stepping into your backyard just as the day begins to slow down. The noise of the world softens. The air cools. And then, quietly, the bamboo begins to glow. Warm light rises from the ground, tracing the natural grain of each pole. What once felt like a simple fence now feels alive, breathing warmth into the space rather than closing it off. Shadows stretch gently across the stone path, moving slowly as leaves sway above them. Nothing here is rushed. Nothing demands attention. You notice the small details. The scent of rosemary brushing the air as you pass. The way ground cover plants soften each step beneath your feet. A simple wooden bench waits nearby, humble and inviting, as if it has always belonged here. In this light, bamboo becomes more than material. It becomes a quiet guardian, a boundary that protects calm instead of blocking the world out. It reminds us that beauty doesn't come from complexity, but from intention, from choosing warmth over noise, softness over excess. As the evening settles in, this corner no longer feels like part of a yard. It feels like a pause, a moment carved out of time. And as we step away from this glowing sanctuary, another bamboo story begins to unfold, one that grows upward, feeds the hands, and brings life closer than ever before. Two, living bamboo trellis wall with edible climbers. Imagine a wall in your garden that doesn't stand still, one that grows, changes, and gives back. Bamboo rises gently from the soil, simple and honest, while green vines reach upward as if guided by memory and instinct. Tiny tendrils curl around each pole, holding on with quiet determination. Tomatoes appear like small bursts of color among the leaves. Beans stretch confidently toward the sun, and peas sway softly, catching the light as the breeze moves through. There is a rhythm here, slow, patient, and alive. At the base, terracotta pots gather like old companions, grounding the scene with warmth and earth. Raised beds cradle rich soil where herbs and greens grow in harmony, filling the air with a fresh, familiar scent. A small basket waits nearby, ready for moments when care turns into harvest. This bamboo wall is not just a structure. It is a conversation between hands and nature. A reminder that fences don't have to divide, they can nourish. They can teach patience. They can return kindness in the form of food, shade, and quiet pride. Each week, the wall tells a new story. New leaves, new fruit, new reasons to step outside and stay a little longer. And as this living surface continues its gentle climb, it leads us naturally toward another bamboo idea, one that shapes space not with growth, but with softness, light, and escape. Three, secret bamboo beach nook. Imagine stepping into a quiet corner of your backyard and feeling the space around you gently expand. The ground beneath your feet brightens with white gravel, soft and calm like morning sand. Bamboo rises beside you in clean vertical lines, holding warmth from the sun and guiding your eyes upward. Driftwood rests nearby, shaped by time, weathered and honest, as if it once belonged to the sea before choosing this place to stay. You settle into a low seat, cushions cool and welcoming, while lavender releases its familiar scent into the air. Ornamental grasses move lightly with the breeze, whispering rhythms that feel almost like distant waves. Nothing here is large. Nothing is complicated. Yet the space feels open, intentional, and deeply personal. The bamboo doesn't close the corner in, it frames it. It creates a quiet boundary where the outside world softens and the mind begins to wander. This nook doesn't try to transport you somewhere else. It brings the feeling of somewhere peaceful into your own home. A place to pause, to breathe, to remember that calm doesn't require distance, only intention. As this hidden retreat settles into stillness, bamboo prepares to rise once more, this time not to create escape, but to mark a gentle threshold. Ahead, a taller structure waits, shaping privacy, memory, and the simple act of entering into something new. Four, full-height bamboo privacy wall with rustic wooden gate. Imagine approaching a place in your garden that feels quietly protected. Before you stands a wall of bamboo, tall and steady, each pole carrying its own shade of golden brown, shaped by time and sunlight. It doesn't feel cold or closed. It feels present, like something that has always belonged to the land. At its center, a wooden gate waits. The surface is worn just enough to hold memory, the grain telling stories of weather, hands, and years passing. As you step closer, climbing vines soften the height, weaving life into the vertical lines. Light drifts across the bamboo, creating slow-moving shadows that shift with the day. The stone path beneath your feet guides you gently forward. Nothing here rushes you. The gate is not a barrier, but a pause, a moment that separates the noise of the world from the calm you've chosen to create. When you pass through, the space beyond feels more intimate, more intentional, as if the garden itself is holding you. This bamboo wall is not meant to shut everything out. It exists to protect quiet moments, to shape privacy without heaviness, to remind us that boundaries, when built with care, can feel like comfort rather than confinement. And as this threshold settles behind you, bamboo rises again in a new way, not to guard or divide, but to support life as it climbs, blooms, and gently fills the air with color. 5. Bamboo plus pallet hybrid green wall. Imagine standing before a wall that feels alive. Not with stone or steel, but with leaves, scent, and quiet movement. Bamboo rises in steady lines, simple and patient, while reclaimed pallets fill the spaces between, no longer forgotten, now holding something precious. Herbs spill gently from wooden pockets. Mint stretches outward with playful energy. Thyme grows low and steady, while small flowers add soft touches of color. Recycled jars and terracotta pots nestle into the structure, each one carrying a small piece of life, each one telling a story of reuse and care. When the air moves, the wall responds. Leaves brush against wood. Fragrance drifts outward in light waves, fresh, familiar, comforting. What was once flat and empty now feels deep and abundant, as if the garden has learned how to grow upward instead of outward. This green wall is not about filling space. It's about making the most of it. About learning that even the simplest materials, when arranged with intention, can become places where beauty gathers quietly. Standing here, you feel surrounded rather than enclosed, held by green instead of walls. And as your eyes follow the bamboo upward, you sense that this story is not finished yet, because bamboo has more ways to shape a garden than just holding plants. Next, it loosens its structure, allowing air, light, and movement to pass freely through. Six. Open-work bamboo fence with rope weave. Imagine a fence that doesn't try to stop the world, only to slow it down. Bamboo stands lightly in the garden, spaced just enough to let sunlight slip through in narrow ribbons. Between the poles, rope weaves gently, not pulling tight, but holding everything together with patience and care. When the wind moves, the fence responds. The rope shifts slightly. Leaves brush against the fibers. Light dances across the ground in quiet patterns that change throughout the day. Nothing here feels rigid. Nothing feels forced. At the base, small plants spread outward, softening the line where structure meets soil. Vines begin their slow climb, choosing their own paths, wrapping bamboo and rope into a shared rhythm of growth. The fence listens to the garden instead of commanding it. This open-work design reminds us that boundaries don't have to be heavy to be meaningful. Sometimes, the most beautiful separation is one that allows air to pass, light to travel, and moments to linger a little longer. Standing beside it, you feel the difference. The space breathes. The garden feels wider, more alive. And as the rope continues its quiet pattern, bamboo prepares to shift once again, this time crossing and intersecting, forming a structure that invites plants to dance through its lines and bloom into something even more expressive. Seven. Crisscross bamboo lattice with flowering vines. Imagine a fence that feels like movement frozen in time. Bamboo crosses bamboo in gentle rhythm, forming patterns that invite the eye to wander. Each intersection feels deliberate, yet unforced, a quiet balance between order and freedom. As plants join the structure, the lattice begins to soften. Jasmine curls its tendrils through the open spaces, releasing a light fragrance into the air. Ivy follows steadily, confident and patient, filling the lines with layered green. Small blossoms appear where you least expect them, catching sunlight like brief moments of celebration. Below, flowering borders blur the line between ground and wall. Terracotta pots rest nearby, their warm tones grounding the scene. When the breeze passes through, leaves flutter lightly, and the lattice seems to breathe, no longer a divider, but a living surface shaped by time and care. This crisscross design teaches us something gentle. Structure doesn't have to feel strict. When space is left open, nature finds its own way to fill it, beautifully, imperfectly, and always differently than planned. Standing beside this lattice, you feel both held and free, guided, but never confined. And as the vines continue their slow climb, bamboo prepares to rise once more, this time framing not patterns or plants, but quiet intention and nourishment in a garden shaped by calm purpose. Eight, Zen Bamboo Vegetable Garden Frame. Imagine entering a part of your garden where everything feels quieter. The air slows. The ground feels steady beneath your feet. Bamboo rises in simple lines, framing a space where growth follows calm intention rather than urgency. Within the frame, vegetables grow with quiet confidence. Basil releases its familiar scent when brushed by the breeze. Parsley spreads gently, while leafy greens unfurl in their own time. Stepping stones guide your movement, encouraging you to walk slowly, to notice small changes, to stay present. The bamboo does not fence the garden in. It embraces it. It gives shape without pressure, offering just enough structure for plants and for people to feel supported. A wooden bench nearby waits patiently, inviting you to sit, to watch the leaves move, to listen to the soft language of growth. Here, gardening becomes something more than production. It becomes rhythm, a conversation between hands, soil, and seasons. Meals are imagined before they are cooked. Gatherings are felt before they happen. This bamboo frame reminds us that food grown with care carries more than nourishment. It carries memory, patience, and peace. And as this calm space settles into your backyard, bamboo prepares to change its role once again, stepping away from structure and toward gentle color, playfulness, and small joyful details that lift the spirit. Nine, Color Splash Bamboo Fence. Imagine a part of the garden that smiles back at you. Bamboo stands quietly, steady and neutral, while small bursts of color appear like gentle brushstrokes across its surface. Painted cans hang lightly, glass bottles catch the sun, and trailing flowers sway as the breeze moves through. Nothing here is loud. The colors are chosen with care, soft blues, warm yellows, gentle greens, repeating just enough to feel playful without overwhelming the calm. Bamboo becomes the canvas, allowing each accent to shine while holding everything together. As leaves brush against metal and glass, subtle sounds follow. A faint tap, a quiet clink, a reminder that this space is alive and responding. Ground cover plants soften the base, catching fallen petals like quiet confetti scattered across the earth. This accent zone isn't about decoration for decoration's sake. It's about joy in small doses. About giving the eye a place to rest, then wonder, then smile. It shows us that gardens don't have to choose between calm and happiness. They can hold both effortlessly. Standing here, you feel the lightness return. The garden feels friendly again, welcoming moments of laughter and curiosity. And as these gentle colors fade into surrounding green, bamboo prepares for one final role, not as a wall or accent, but as a quiet guide, shaping paths, edges, and endings with thoughtful simplicity. 10. Bamboo divider for outdoor seating and fire pit. Imagine an evening where the garden becomes a place of gathering. Bamboo rises gently behind the seating area, not to close it off, but to hold the moment. The fire pit glows softly at the center, its warmth reflected in the smooth surfaces of each pole, casting slow-moving shadows that dance with the flames. Chairs are placed close enough for conversation, far enough for comfort. Plants surround the space, softening the edges, reminding everyone that this gathering belongs outdoors. The bamboo divider shapes the area with quiet intention, turning an open yard into a place that feels shared, protected, and meaningful. Here, stories are told without hurry. Laughter drifts upward and settles into the leaves. The fire crackles, grounding the moment in warmth and presence. Nothing feels staged. Everything feels natural. This divider isn't about separation. It's about focus. About creating a place where people come together and stay a little longer than planned. Where memories form without effort. As the fire fades and the night deepens, bamboo remains, steady, calm, and patient. And with this sense of togetherness lingering in the air, the garden gently guides us toward its final expressions. Ones that ask for less, offer quiet closure, and remind us that simplicity often carries the deepest beauty. Low bamboo border with mulch and ground cover. Imagine walking along the edge of your garden where everything feels quietly in place. Bamboo rises only slightly from the soil, not to announce itself, but to guide the eye. Below it, mulch spreads like a warm blanket, holding moisture close, protecting roots, and deepening the colors of the plants above. Ground cover spills gently over the border, softening every line. Small leaves brush against bamboo tips, blurring the boundary between structure and growth. Nothing here competes for attention. Each element works together, calmly and naturally. This low border doesn't try to impress. It doesn't need to. Its beauty comes from restraint, from knowing when to stop. It reminds us that gardens don't always need height or drama to feel complete. Sometimes, the most comforting spaces are the ones that feel settled, honest, and thoughtfully arranged. Standing here, you notice how the garden breathes differently. The soil looks cared for. The plants seem at ease. The path feels intentional, guiding your steps without instruction. This simple bamboo edge teaches a quiet lesson. Order can feel gentle, and simplicity can feel rich. And as this calm foundation settles beneath your feet, the garden offers one final gesture, a subtle guide that leads you forward, closing the story not with spectacle, but with quiet continuity. Minimal bamboo path guide. Imagine the quiet act of walking through your garden without needing to think about where to go. The path reveals itself naturally, guided not by signs or borders, but by small gestures placed with care. Bamboo rises gently from the soil, just enough to suggest direction, never enough to demand it. Each step feels unhurried. Stones rest comfortably beneath your feet. Ground cover spreads softly to the edges, blurring the line between path and planting. Moss settles into shaded corners, holding coolness and memory from earlier mornings. This bamboo guide doesn't tell you where to walk. It invites you. It trusts that your pace will slow, that your attention will soften, that you will notice the garden in front of you rather than rushing through it. Here, the garden feels complete. Not because everything is filled, but because everything belongs. The bamboo, the stones, the plants, all working together in quiet agreement. This final element reminds us that endings don't need drama. They need clarity, a gentle sense of arrival. And as you reach the end of this path, the garden doesn't ask you to leave. It simply waits, ready to welcome you back whenever you need calm, reflection, or a moment of peace. And now, as we come to the end of this journey, I hope you see bamboo a little differently, not as a fence that closes space, but as something that shapes light, guides movement, and holds quiet moments. From glowing sanctuaries to edible walls, from hidden nooks to simple borders. Each idea is a reminder that beauty doesn't have to be loud or expensive. If even one idea today brought you calm or inspiration, save this video and come back whenever you need a peaceful garden moment. Tell us in the comments which space in your backyard feels ready for change. And remember, your backyard is not small. It's just waiting for its story to be written. Thank you for being part of Backyard Fortune.